Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how to get Homebrew for DS versions 11.3 or under. I know this is quite an old version for a 3DS now, but things have changed and some of them are difficult to follow, so I'm just going to cover how to do it for 11.3 older since some of you still have it. Now for this you're going to need a 3DS, you're going to need an SD card inside your 3DS, you're going to need a PC, and you'll need to make sure that you have an SD card reader in your PC. Now people don't really understand what SD card readers are, but they're the little slots in basically your laptop at the side that allow you to put an SD card in it. And if you have a PC and it doesn't have an SD card slot, you might want to get an SD card reader, which is a little USB stick that has an SD card hole. The reason you need an SD card is because the Nintendo 3DS does not take USB sticks, so you're going to need one of those if you do not have an SD card reader in your computer already. With all that said, let's get going to the tutorial. So you're going to want to go to the first link in the description, which is simulum.github.io/3ds. It's the Homebrew launcher page for 3DSs. It shows you how to get it working. We're going to be using Nintendo 3DS Sound to get this working, so let's go down. So what you're going to want to do is go down until you get all the way to this thing that says other app/rockbin payloads. And what you're going to want to do is go ahead and put in this point to find your version of your DS. You're going to want to turn your DS on. And yeah, sorry for the grease on my DS screen, I really need to clean it. And you want to scroll through your apps and go into System Settings, and then you see right in the corner, in the bottom right corner of the top screen, you should see a thing that says, let me get it in focus, version 11.3.0 dash whatever E. So 11.3.0 is the version of the DS. If you've got lower than 11.3.0, that's fine. If you've got higher than 3, if it's 4, 5 or 6 or higher if you're watching this in the future, then unfortunately you're out of luck for this. You cannot use this tutorial. And then the other bits is 36, I don't know really what that is. And then my E on the end is for Europe. There'll be J for Japan, and like U for like the US, North America, and things like that. And basically what you want to do is note down your entire version, so mine's 11.3.0 36E. And then what you're going to want to do, set your DS aside and go ahead and put that in here. So I've got an old DS rather than a new 3DS. If you ordered your DS in like 2013 or something, then you should have an old DS, but you can check that. Normally it's on the back of the DS. Mine's a Nintendo 3DS on the back. If you have a new DS, it should say new Nintendo 3DS on it. So that's a way to check that. You're just going to want to put your thing in. So 11.3.0, and then we've got, just scroll down, and we've got 36, and then we've got E for Europe, K is for Korea as well, U for NA, J for Japan. I've already been over that. Instead of download Rockbin, you're going to click download other app. I'm not going to download it because I already have it, but yeah, you're going to want to do that. Now you're going to want to go to the second link in the description, which is Sound Hacks. Before we do that, you're going to want to scroll back up, and you'll see above it, there's a little bit of text here, highlighting, should say Homebrew Starter Kit. You're going to want to click download on that too. And you're going to want the second link in the description, which is soundhacks.com. And you're going to want to choose your region. So mine is Europe, for example, we saw the E earlier. So I'm going to click Europe. And then if you have a new 3DS or new 3DS XL, or old 3DS XL, or 2DS, a 2DS counts as pretty much an old 3DS, you're going to want to click whichever one you have. And then download M4A, which is a sound file if you didn't know that, because we're hacking through Nintendo 3DS Sound. And once you've done that, you should be left with 3 different downloads. Starter.zip, which is the Homebrew starter. This one that's like post, I don't know, something post-S. It's the only one that has a bunch of gibberish that doesn't start with sound hacks. And then the other one that says sound hacks. And what you're going to want to do is, first thing is get the one that's a bunch of gibberish, and go ahead and rename that one to other app.bin. So just like that, other app.bin. Don't write other app.bin and then it ends in .bin, just name it other app. You rename it and let the bin stay at the end. And then what you're going to want to do is go ahead and load up your SD card. Ready? So since I have already used these kind of things for my SD card, I want to make it quicker since I've already downloaded it. So I've made a folder. You're going to use your DS SD card, SD card, and you're going to want to go ahead and go into starter.zip and extract you're going to want to extract the files. So, or just go into it or whatever, extract it, and then once you've done it, you should see 3ds and boot.3dsx. You're going to want to go ahead and copy those files and go ahead and drag them onto the root of your SD card. You should have other stuff here, by the way. It shouldn't be empty. There should be like Nintendo 3DS, maybe themes or DCIM or something like that. It shouldn't just be empty. If it's empty, you might want to check up on something like that. If your SD card in your 3DS is empty, then again, it might not even work if it's in there, but yeah. So you're going to want to drag 3DS folder and boot.3dsx to the root of your SD card. The 3DS folder should have all the apps in it because it's the starter kit, and 3DSX is just a folder that like boots it up or something. I'm not really sure. And then you're going to want to close that, and then you're going to want to drag the other app.bin and sound hacks straight onto the root of your SD card. Once you've done that, you are all set. You can go ahead and eject your SD card. We're not going to need the computer anymore, so I'm just going to close that down very quickly. So you're going to want to put your SD card back into your 3DS before you load your before you turn on your 3DS, and then once it's in, turn your 3DS on. Now, nothing should be different on the home screen. Everything should be the same, except now you want to do is go ahead and find the Nintendo 3DS Sound app. If you do not have the Nintendo 3DS Sound app, you might want to get that checked out. Every DS should have this app. But anyway, you're going to want to open the Nintendo 3DS Sound app. Now everything should look normal until you see right at the bottom when it finishes loading SD card. You're going to click into that by scrolling down and then clicking A, and you should see a file that says Nedwill 2016 with a little arrow and a 3, maybe that's supposed to be a heart, and that should be right. If you've got that in there, you're going to want to go ahead and click A on the selected folder. And now it should do some weird things, but trust me, this is how it is supposed to work. And then it's going to load up the Homebrew launcher for you. So that is how to get the Homebrew launcher on your 3DS. I've got some of these apps working at the moment, but definitely not all of them. If you'd like to see a tutorial on, I haven't got themes working yet, but I'm currently working on that. I don't have a themes folder on my DS, so I'm a bit confused, and 3DS them.es is down right now. But I can show you a tutorial on how to, with JK Save Manager, on how to edit your Animal Crossing New Leaf Town, if you guys want that. So thanks for watching this one, guys. Make sure to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you know when I upload a video next. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!